Right, here's the greenhouse, and I got some peppers growing. They're not big enough to go out yet, but they're starting to get big. I got 4 different varieties, 2 green, 2 yellow. Now one's going to be red. This guy here, he was in one of the plants that I was growing, so I put him in a separate pot. I don't know exactly what he is. I'll know more about him later on. So this is one of the cucumbers I got to get out there. It's growing cucumbers. In fact, one of these has a, oh, there it is, it's a flower. Yeah, I already got a flower, so I got to get that guy out here. The number 2, let's see, I got a list here. I made a list. So the cucumbers, number 1 is called Lemon, number 2 is called Agnes, and number 3 is called Homemade. So my number 2s are doing good, and that's what I really like. I want to see lots of production on those number 2s and number 3s. My 3s are kind of babies, but they'll come along. And lemons are extra, so I got to give them away to somebody. Now, as long as we're here, I've got some fennel that I'm growing and some cumin, and the cumin already has flowers. There's some spices. Here's some caraway. Now, caraway is great because I'll be using the seeds for the pickles. And here's some dill. Oh, and the caraway's for also the sauerkraut. And here's my big fennel. It's very much like anise. I don't know if, I can't really find out if anise and fennel are the same thing. Here's my melons. So these are 2 cantaloupes. I didn't have very good success on my cantaloupes, but I'm gonna have more than enough melons, so I'm okay. So on the melons, I got cantaloupes, crimson sweet, all sweet, moon and stars, can't wait to see them come out, and jubilee. So that's what the numbers are. These are number 3, so these are what, all sweet? All sweet. My moon and stars they did terrible last year, but they're doing pretty good this year, so I can't wait for them to get bigger and get out there. I got some of each side. Here's some flowers that I grew inside. Here's a bunch of cabbages. These are kind of Wakefield is a head cabbage, and these other kinds here, Napa cabbages, Fungian, they're a Napa. These are some beans that I'm going to put out in the garden where I'm setting it up right now. These are parsnips. Remember those big ones out in the garden? Well, here's the small ones. And I got all kinds of tomato plants, and I got to get some of them out there because they're like too big and ready to go, and I want to get tomatoes early this year. See, some of them are, you know, we've been cutting off some of the flowers. You can see I got some over on the other side. I've got some regular size, and I got some cherry tomatoes. And I want to get some out there, and even if they croak, because it's too cold or too windy or whatever, they can't stand it, I got backups. I didn't have backups last year, but I do this year. So here's some my broccoli. Some of my broccoli's coming along good. I'm not quite ready to put them out yet. That's a black cherry, black cherry, black cherry, black cherry, and these are black prince. And so I got lots of tomatoes. I've got these already. This is a number 1 is a Montero, Brandywine, Cosmonaut Volkov, Kellogg's Breakfast, black, yellow pear, chocolate cherry, golden nugget, so that's a yellow cherry, Peace Vine is a red cherry, That's what these numbers are. And then I've got my squash. I got 2 more number 1s, which are green zucchinis, and 2 more 2 squashes, which are yellow zucchini. And these are my cauliflower. And they just look terrible, but they're starting to come on now. So when I'm ready for them out there, they'll be ready. And there's my bitter melons. Alright, so that's a quick run through of the greenhouse. And it's overcast and a little bit windy today, and that's the temperature. Alright, goodbye.